Hello and welcome to another revision video. Today we're concentrating on the higher tier revision workbook from Edexcel, and we're going to be looking at their speed section. This is topic 63 or topic 65 or page 65 from their revision guide. And we will start it off. For all of this, the speed formula triangle is quite useful. I always remember that speed is equal to distance divided by time and then rearrange. But for question 1, the distance from Manchester to Rome is 1,700 kilometres. A plane flies from Manchester to Rome in 4 hours. Work out the average speed of the plane. So the speed is equal to distance divided by time. So we'll go speed is equal to distance over time, which I'm going to say is going to be equal to 1,700 divided by the time of 4 hours, keeping our units consistent, and then so that's going to be 425, but we can use a calculator for that. 425. For question 2, David runs 400 meters in 44.7 seconds. Work out the average speed. Just checking on our units, we do want it in meters per second, so this is just going to be 400 divided by 44.7. We'll bring our calculator in at this point. Okay, so 400 divided by 44.7 is going to give us, as a decimal, 8 point. So I would tend to, we've discussed this before, I would tend to write it down to more accurate than is needed as my starting point. So 9485 ... So I would give my answer as 8 point. And I would go 1 degree more accurate than the question, so I'd go 9.5. And question 3, Tracy drives 264 kilometers in 4 hours and 45 minutes. Tracy work out Tracy's average speed. So I'm going to do distance divided by time. So speed is equal to distance divided by time, and I'm going to use my calculator for this, so I'm going to type it into my calculator as 4 hours and 45 minutes, but you could convert that to being 3/4, not 3/4, you could convert that to be 3/4 of an hour, but I'm going to use my calculator to do that work for me. So 264 over 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's going to give me 96 kilometers per hour. Right, question 4. Chandra travels for 4 hours. Her average speed in her car is 60 kilometers per hour. Work out the distance she travels for her car. Well, distance is going to be equal to speed times by time. So we're looking at 60 times by 4. I think they're looking for their formula there, actually. So distance is equal to speed times by time, which is 60 times by 4, which is going to give us 240 kilometers. Okay, question 5. Parvan is driving in France. The legal speed limit on a French motorway is 130 kilometers per hour. He travels from one junction to another in 15 minutes, and he covers a distance of 35,000 meters. Show that he has broken the speed limit. So I'm going to do a bit of conversions here. So 35,000 meters is equal to 35 kilometers. And I'm also going to say that 15 minutes is 0.25 of an hour. So speed is equal to distance divided by time. So in this case, we're looking at 35 divided by 0.25, which is going to be 140 kilometers per hour. And so, I mean, that's in effect it. So I'm going to say 140 kilometers per hour is greater than 130 kilometers per hour. Okay, question 6. Jane travels 50 kilometers in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Carol travels 80 kilometers in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Who had the lower average speed? You must show your working. Okay, so I'm going to look at Jane first of all. So Jane's speed is equal to distance divided by time, and I'm going to type it in as 50 divided by 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is going to be equal to 50 over 1 hour and 15 minutes, so 40 kilometers per hour. And then I've typed that in wrong, haven't I? 2 hours. Oh no, sorry. Right. So Carol's speed is equal to distance divided by time again, and her distance is 80 kilometers, and her time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So we could do this with a little bit of reasoning actually, which I'll briefly discuss afterwards. 2 hours and 45 minutes, so their speed is 29.09. So his speed is who has a lower average speed, so that would be Carol. I've not written that very well. And as I was doing this, I actually thought that they got the same speed, because if we're traveling at 80 kilometers in 2 hours, that would be an average speed of 40 kilometers per hour. But she's actually traveled in 2 hours and 45 minutes, so that's going to be even slower, so that would be Carol. Okay, question 7. At a school sports day, the 100 metre race was won in 11.82 seconds, and the 200 metres race was run in 29.78 seconds. Which race was won with a faster average speed? You must show all your working. Okay, so if we start with 100 metres, the speed is equal to distance divided by the time, and we're going to work in meters per second, so it's just going to be 100 divided by 14.82. And for the 200 meters, I'll go to the calculator in a second. The speed was equal to 200 divided by 29.78. And then we could do this without a calculator. If you think if they travelled 100 meters in 1482, then they travel 200 meters in 29.64, so obviously the 100 meters, but we'll do the exact figures. So 100 divided by 14.82 gives us an average speed of 6.7476 ... meters per second, and then the other one gives us an average speed of 6.7159 ... So which one has which one with a faster average speed? This has got a faster average speed, so the 100 meters. And that brings us to the end of that topic. I hope you found that useful. Subscribe if you like.